Hey everyone, got a video for you today, and not really one that I wanted to make, so let's just get right into this and bring this up. Ace Frehley's cause of death reportedly linked to fall weeks before his death. Ace Frehley, the trailblazing guitarist who co-founded Kiss and gave the world the iconic spaceman persona, has died at the age of 74. His family confirmed the news on October 16th, sharing that he passed away in Morristown, New Jersey, less than 2 weeks after canceling scheduled tour dates due to what have been described as ongoing medical issues. In their statement, Frehley's loved ones expressed the depth of their loss, writing, "In his last moments, we were fortunate enough to have been able to surround him with loving, caring, peaceful words, thoughts, prayers, and intentions as he left this earth. We cherish all of his finest memories, his laughter, and celebrate his strengths and kindness that he bestowed upon others. The magnitude of this passing is of epic proportions and beyond comprehension. Reflecting on all of his incredible life achievements, Ace's memory will continue to live on forever." Initially, no official cause of death was shared. However, TMZ later reported that Frehley died from an intracranial hemorrhage, a brain bleed, caused by a fall he suffered in late September. He was hospitalized and placed on life support, but his condition did not improve. His family ultimately made the difficult decision to remove him from the ventilator. Frehley's journey began in the Bronx, where he grew up before helping form Kiss in 1973 with Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, and Peter Criss. Each member of the group developed a unique alter ego, complete with elaborate face paint and costumes. Simmons embodied the demon, Stanley became the star child, Criss performed as the Catman, and Frehley took on the role of the spaceman. The band's theatrical presence, paired with their explosive live shows and radio-ready hits, made them one of the most recognizable acts in rock history. During his first decade with the group, Frehley played on 11 albums, including the pivotal live record Alive in 1975, which solidified Kiss as arena rock giants. His guitar work contributed to some of their most famous tracks, including Detroit Rock City, Rock and Roll All Night, and I Was Made for Lovin' You. By 1982, Frehley left Kiss amid creative disagreements and personal struggles, choosing to pursue a solo career. His next chapter included forming the band Frehley's Comet in 1984, a play on his spaceman identity. The group released several records before breaking up in 1988. Frehley's solo career also delivered one of his best-known tracks, New York Groove, which became a signature song for him outside of Kiss. In 1996, he rejoined Kiss for their blockbuster reunion tour that brought the original lineup back together in full costume. Frehley played with the group until early 2000s and was later part of their introduction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2014. Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley both reacted to the news of his death, telling Variety, we are devastated by the passing of Ace Frehley. He was an essential and irreplaceable rock soldier during some of the most formative, foundational chapters of the band and its history. He is and always will be part of Kiss's legacy. Our thoughts are with Jeanette, Monique, and all those who loved him, including our fans around the world. Frehley's death marks the first passing of an original member of Kiss. So this has been a sad day. It's really, I'm recording this a day later, but it's still, I don't know, has me very emotional. When I was just a little kid, I only ever had 2 Halloween costumes. Because I just wore them year after year. I had a Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot costume, and even before that, I had an Ace Frehley costume. That's how much I loved Ace. As a little kid, he was always my favorite member of Kiss. I guess, even back then I was a little geeky kid, and the fact that he was a spaceman and played guitar was like 2 of my favorite things together. Like many, many guitar players out there, Ace is the reason I picked up a guitar. My love of Kiss's music and what Ace contributed to the world of rock and roll it'll never be duplicated, not even by you, Tommy Thayer. So anyway, just thought I'd bring this video to you, and just say a little bit about Ace and what he did for me growing up. And speaking of growing up, on a little lighter side, my family was never exactly wealthy. So at one point, as a little tiny fet, I inherited my older sister's bedroom, and it had pink wallpaper with yellow flowers. So I got my hands on my little tiny hands on every Kiss poster I could possibly get a hold of, and had the entire room plastered with Kiss so that you couldn't see the pink walls. So Kiss was a part of my life, literally, as long as I can remember. I had a cousin, an older cousin, who was a huge fan of Kiss, and he passed his love of Kiss on to me. And he actually gave me my first Love Gun 8-track. That's how long ago it was. It was on 8-track, and I played that thing sometimes from the time I got up till the time I went to bed. You know, I wore that thing out. I think I wore out my cassette. To this day, Love Gun is still one of my favorite albums. And the only 45, if anyone remembers those little records, the 45s back in the day, the only 45 I ever had in my life was actually Shock Me, Ace's song off of Love Gun. For me, the only way to cope with this loss is to keep reminding myself that he didn't die, but rather the spaceman just went back to Jendel, and one day we'll all see him there again. So thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.
Exit light, pursue night, grasp your prey, hold on tight. Dreamless peace is what you get. Say your prayers.